What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a huge Survivor Series rumor, Gunther Buries WWE Hall of Famer The Ultimate Warrior, Logan Paul admits he nearly killed Rey Mysterio, CM Punk turns up his trolling game to level 1000, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at a big Survivor Series rumor. At top of today's news is a rumor concerning Survivor Series War Games and its men's War Games match. Now, if you want to avoid any possible spoilers, please skip to our next story. Now, this rumor concerns the possible addition of a fifth man to the men's match and who is expected to fill the role if the match goes from 2 4-man teams to 2 5-man teams. While the WWE hasn't announced that the men's War Games match will be a 5-on-5 encounter, there's speculation that Drew McIntyre will join the Judgment Day team, leading to the babyface having to seek help. WWE.com's hype page for the men's War Games match currently lists a team of Seth freaking Rollins, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn stepping into the double cage against the Judgment Day's Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and JD. However, who will join the 4 faces if Drew joins? Whilst it's unknown who will join the babyfaces, a new Fightful Select report states that we're told a 5th member of the babyface side of War Games is slated to be announced before Survivor Series itself. A recent speculation suggested Kevin Owens could make a special appearance, rejoining his BFF Sami Zayn. However, with rumors suggesting Randy Orton is returning before or at Survivor Series, could the Viper make his timely arrival? If there is a 5th man, this leaves the door open for a big reveal on Raw, SmackDown, or even on Survivor Series. If you caught yesterday's news video, you know that Cody Rhodes told the Judgment Day after Raw went off the air that he has friends too, leading to fans chanting Randy Orton. If the WWE wants to maximize the suspense, they'll keep the 5th man's identity a secret until right before the men's War Games match. Who do you think will be the 5th member? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Gunther Buries WWE Hall of Famer. A current Intercontinental Champion, Gunther is riding high as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history, and it looks like his recent harsh remarks towards Bret the Hitman Hart were just the beginning. The ring general recently appeared on the WWE's talk show The Bump and buried the Ultimate Warrior. Those are the real dark ages. He's a showman. He's not an athlete, not a professional wrestler. He's a showman. Now everybody knows why I have to be the one to keep this title for the longest time in history to wash its reputation clean and set a new standard. While some of Gunther's comments towards the Ultimate Warrior could have been kayfabe, the former IC champion and WWF champion has been criticized for many things in and out of the ring, including a noticeable lack of wrestling ability. In the Warrior's defense, he competed at a time in WWF when showmanship was arguably more important than wrestling ability, particularly in the main event. Next up, Logan Paul admits he nearly killed Rey Mysterio. A current United States champion, Logan Paul, is setting the record straight on what happened at Crown Jewel when Rey Mysterio appeared to miss a spot and Paul caught him, saving him from what looked like would have been a nasty bump. Logan discussed this on his Impulsive podcast, saying, "I'm gonna come clean because I've seen all the positive headlines." Logan says Rey Mysterio. The Mexican community is going crazy. They're praising me, saying I'm some sort of hero. I'm like, dang, I'm getting recognized for something cool. I'll take it. Then I looked at the clip. Upon assessing my performance, while I think I did save Rey Mysterio, I think I almost killed Rey Mysterio. Logan went on to explain why he thinks he was part of the reason Rey almost got pulverized with a bad bump. "I think it was too far back for the move, and I think he didn't clear enough ground for the move. That's what happened. I was too far back. He didn't clear enough ground. We both made a mistake. I had to catch him. I wasn't gonna not catch him. But truthfully, while I liked the headlines and I was getting gassed up, I was just doing my job. I'll take the praise." Logan said he's dealing with knee problems and the save could have been bad news for his knees. Thankfully, both men managed to avoid any injury. Next up, Rey Mysterio injury update. Speaking of Rey, the Hall of Famer underwent knee surgery after Crown Jewel, and now fans are getting a better idea of why Rey needed the surgery as well as why he should be back. Rey was written off TV on the 10th November edition of SmackDown after Santos Escobar turned heel, attacking Rey and kayfabe injuring him. Now, House of Wrestling has an exclusive report on the situation. House of Wrestling has learned that Mysterio had been working through a torn meniscus for about 3 months. The injury has slowly worsened, so he agreed to lose the United States Championship to Paul and participate in the beatdown angle before heading off for his knee operation. He's expected to be out of action for around 6 to 8 weeks while he recovers and will likely resume his feud with Escobar when he returns. Or when is he expected to be back? If everything goes to plan, the timeline will allow Mysterio to be available for the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 40 season. There have been rumors of Rey renewing his feud with his wayward son Dominic as WrestleMania approaches. One common story is that his estranged father and son will work a mask versus hair match at WrestleMania 40. Next up, CM Punk turns up his trolling game to level 1000. Now if you think CM Punk's exhausted his bag of tricks teasing fans about a WWE return, well think again. Wrestling straight-edge superstar recently upped his troll game on social media, teasing a possible return to WWE or AEW. CM Punk put up a video on his Instagram account, presumably of his workout, with the song of War Pigs, which is actually the theme song for Survivor Series. But not only that, but Punk burned 666 calories, maybe a nod to the devil. Now that was just a start though, as Punk later posted a video on Instagram showing himself with devil horns and a message, "Who better than me to play in the devil's playground?" The video showed a brief clip of what looks like War Games, with the obvious implication that Punk could return to AEW or WWE. Whether he returns or not, he's still the master troll. Next up, Bianca Belair wants a dream match with Charlotte Flair. Bianca Belair wants a match with Charlotte Flair, and according to Belair, it could be her biggest yet. While the EST and Charlotte are currently more busy fighting Damage Control, Belair says she thinks a match between her and the Queen could be big. She recently appeared on the Casual Conversations with the Classic, explaining, "There hasn't been one big match yet, and we're all waiting for it. It was a non-finish, so we never actually had a legit feud and singles match. That's at the top of my list. Of course, right now it's Io Sky, getting my title from Io Sky. Hands down, she's a champion right now. I'm going for her." As Wrestling News pointed out, they've worked only 3 singles matches since 2020. Their first match was in February 2020 in NXT, while their second outing was on October 21st episode of Raw, and their third encounter was later that month on Raw. Now this may seem hard to believe, especially since this was during a period when Vince McMahon was still in creative and endless rematches were par for the course. Whether this was by design or just unfortunate circumstances, it means that when the two do square off, it will be a huge match. After all, Belair has been nothing short of dominant since jumping to the main roster. She's also battled some of WWE's biggest names, including a long rivalry with Becky Lynch, as well as a feud with Bayley. She went on to say, "But like a bigger picture, because for me when I first came into WWE, Charlotte was one of the first people that I looked up to. She has Ric Flair as her dad, but she came into WWE with zero wrestling experience. She was a collegiate athlete, so I saw myself in her. I remember her being in NXT and being like, from everywhere Charlotte is, I want to have a match with her." She explained why she sees the match as something special. And I think Belair vs Flair, that's a big match, so I'm hoping for that one day it happens. I look forward to that day it happens because we're like one person I've kept away from for the most part. We had a triple threat, we've done some tag teams together, I just feel like it's 2 different generations, and it's like for us to collide at the mountaintop and she's the only horsewoman I've not defeated yet. What do you guys think of that match? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, Top Dolla's planned PLE match against Michael Cole. Last but not least, Top Dolla is no longer in WWE, but apparently the big man from Hit Row was working with Michael Cole in a match that would have taken place at a PLE. Yeah, you heard that right. Top Dolla and Michael Cole could have met at a PLE, with Top Dolla outlining how things were supposed to play out in the ring. Fans may recall Michael Cole used to berate Top Dolla on SmackDown, and apparently the planned match was the reason for this. Top Dolla noted on X that, "Wait until you idiots realize me and Michael was working together and y'all was too dense to catch on. Michael Cole is a real one." He continued saying, "Me and Cole wanted a match at a PLE. We even had it planned out. I throw him around for 5 minutes, I get cocky and get distracted by any wrestler here, and he beats me with a small package." Now Cole hasn't wrestled since 2012, so fans can only imagine the amount of ring rust he had. Nonetheless, Cole can boast that he's undefeated at WrestleMania. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.